Right. I got you. I love it. Hey, what's going on? What you need? What you need from me right now?
Give me something like, can you say this is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with, I'm tapped in with Up for Debate TV. Just something like that. Nothing big, you know.
Whatever. I'm just asking you what you want me to say. This is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with my main man.
Yes, sir.
Up for Debate TV.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's easy and it's true. Go ahead, let's go.
All right, go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right. Yo, this is Alpo, and I'm tapped in with my main man, Up for Debate TV. All day I fuck with him.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for that one.
Yeah. We good?
Yes, sir.
All day love. All right, Detroit, just hit me.
DC legend, man. Introduce yourself for the people, man.
Rambo, Washington, D.C., Northeast Washington, D.C., born and raised in Washington, D.C., Northeast, Southeast, Northwest, Southwest, man, born and raised, man, this the Black Claw, man, this is D.C., man, this shit right here is for D.C., man, this is who we are, man, welcome to the Black Claw, man. What's good, homie?
Lavelle Rambo Hawkins. Let's talk about it, folks. Now, throughout my time as an alpoologist, I've realized that a lot of the stances I've taken, or even videos I've published, opinions I have taken an adverse reaction or effect on Alberto Alpo Martinez. You know, and I didn't realize that until now, I hate to say. But in hindsight, I'm going to chronicle for you guys, and I'm going to start with Rambo, how these individuals will reach out to the same man that they say they hate, the same man that they'll call a rat and this and that, but they'll reach out to him for help. The same way Rambo did after I conducted this interview with him somewhere around 10 months ago. I believe it may have been February 7th, 2020. Now, in this said interview, I spoke with Rambo and I asked him about his qualifications. I asked him about everything he said, and we had a conversation in which he left out the fact that he'd had a relationship with a young woman, a trans woman that is, by the name of Puffy, and consequently had murdered Puffy over sexuality, over, I don't know. But in trying to get to the gist of it, we never were able to get to the point. And in the end, this guy, Lavelle Rambo Hawkins, began to reach out from a bunch of different directions, except for the one that got him in contact with me in the first place, which kind of rattled me and let me know that his cage was rattled a little bit. But in the end, he somehow got to Poe. And as we all know, once you get to Poe, Poe will get to me. But let's start from right here.
In the early morning of Saturday, June 11, 1988, Mr. Willis Gooding, also known as Puffy, began his trip to visit a friend at the Lorton Correctional Facility. Mr. Gooding was dressed as a female. While Gooding waited at a bus stop on Benning Road, Northeast Washington, D.C., appellant Hawkins along with 3 other individuals drove by in a blue convertible rental car to Gooding, who knew Hawkins from the neighborhood, asked for a ride downtown to board a transfer bus to Lorton. Gooding got in the back seat of the car. Hawkins, instead of driving downtown, drove around the corner to Phelps Vocational School. No one discussed why they were going to Phelps. Upon arrival at the school, everyone got out of the car. Gooding and co-defendant Revels proceeded to go down a stairway which led to one of the school's buildings. Gooding then performed a sexual act with Revels, for which Gooding asked and received $10 from Revels. Gooding testified that he had performed the same sexual act with both Hawkins and Revels at least twice in the preceding year. As Gooding approached the top of the steps, Hawkins asked to have the same sexual act performed on him. Gooding refused because he was concerned that he would miss the bus to the Lorton Correctional Facility. Hawkins then asked Revels for a gun, took it. pointed it at Gooding, *755 and pulled the trigger. The gun clicked but did not fire. Hawkins pulled the trigger a second time, this time the gun fired and the bullet entered Gooding's left nostril, causing serious injury. Hawkins and his 3 companions jumped into the rental car, which was parked a few feet from the steps. Gooding leaned over toward the car but Hawkins drove away. Gooding then proceeded to walk from behind the school where other persons came to his assistance. Investigation by the Metropolitan Police led to the arrest and indictment of Hawkins and rebels.
Alright. Who is Willis Gooding?
That's a faggot. Motherfucker I shot.
What's your association to him?
Got a lot of. Again, I didn't know the kid Rambo. He definitely just reached out to me. I said, I'm gonna call my man, see what's going on. So whatever you got on YouTube, I think it's affecting him. It's affecting him, making him look crazy. But you got the paperwork.
Po, this nigga gave my number out to like fucking 10 niggas though. Word. That's what I'm saying. This nigga got to be retarded or something, man. This nigga get my personal business number. You got my personal line. He got my business line, first of all. He get my business line out to like fucking 10 motherfuckers. They all calling me back to back, sending me text messages. Now I know these motherfuckers ain't got this number, so I ain't picking it up. I start receiving a bunch of messages like, man, this Rambo homeboy, this Big G from DC, this such and such, hit me back ASAP. I'm like, nigga, why the fuck is you passing my number out to all these niggas? Nigga, if I ain't gonna pick it up for you, call the same nigga that got you in touch with me, nigga. So talk to me about Willis Gooding, man, because like I say, the way I want to give you a chance to talk to me about it, because the way I heard it, like I said, and then the way I saw it was 2 different things. So the only way I can get to, I guess, the root of it, because Mr. Gooding ain't here no more. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Will be to talk to you.
Okay, I did time for Gooding, Nick. Willis Gooding. So you know, this shit happened. Night about 1988, man, and end up getting found guilty on the motherfucker like 1998, man. And went to DC jail, got 10 years off of it, man. Got found guilty assault with a motherfucking dangerous weapon, man. So you know,
10 years off assault with a dangerous weapon?
Yeah, I went to U Center 1, Lawton, big boy. You feel me? So, you know, glad you did your homework, right? And I respect you did your homework, right? And I'm going to stand on this. I'm glad you said that, right? Because, you know, we for up the debate. I love this shit, right? You feel me? You know, where this good motherfucker that gave me time, that's a motherfucker, man, that told on me, bro.
Okay. I'm going to read something to you. It say in the early morning hours of June 11th, 1988, Mr. Gooding, also known as Puffy. Puffy, Mimi, and Traci, right? That's a transsexual.
Yeah.
Puffy, Mimi, and Traci, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It say Mr. Gooding, also known as Puffy, began a trip to visit a friend to Lorton Correctional Facility where Mr. Gooding was dressed like a female. While Mr. Gooding waited at the bus stop on Benning Road, Northeast Washington, D.C., appellate Mr. Hawkins, that would be you, along with 3 other individuals, drove by in a blue convertible rental car. Gooding knew Hawkins from the neighborhood and asked him for a ride downtown to board a transfer to Lorton. Gooding got in the back seat of the car. Hawkins, instead of driving downtown, drove to the corner of Phelps Vocational School. No one discussed why they were going to Phelps. Upon the arrival to the school, everyone got out of the car, and Gooding and co-defendant, I ain't gonna say his name because he ain't got shit to do with this, proceeded down the stairwell, which led to the school building.
Gooding and co-defendant. What Gooding and what co-defendant? What you talking about?
It says Gooding and co-defendant, what is it, Revels? Whoever the Revels nigga is, proceed downstairs to the stairwell in the school building. Gooding then performed almost a sexual act on Reeves, which Gooding asked to receive $10 for. Gooding testified that he had performed the same sex act on both Hawkins and Reeves at least twice during the preceding year.
No, that's a fucking lie. Stop right there. You could did that. I never performed in no homosexual acts. Reality, boy. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I ain't gonna lie on this. I keep it 100. I shot the motherfucker. Period. I shot him. Period. You feel me? We gonna keep it 100. You got his story. That's what he went down there and told you, right? That's what he said.
He ain't alive. He didn't tell me nothing.
He didn't tell me not you. Oh. That's what he said to the police, right? To get me locked up, right? Okay. I never performed any homosexual activity, first of all, man. Fuck what he say, period. I don't perform in homosexual activities, bro. Real shit, bro.
That's why I said we had a conversation about the guy that ran to jail.
I mean, look, I'm telling you, I'm like, me and you had a conversation. Hear me out, bro.
You hear me though. That's why I'm bringing this up. I wouldn't even brought this up had we not had the conversation we had. I wouldn't even brought this up had we not had the conversation we had. Because like I said, when we spoke for 3 or 4 hours right before the Super Bowl.
Right.
And we spoke about Daphne, and I said, a nigga like that can't run my jail. Not no rapist, not no homosexual ain't gonna run my jail in Jackson, not in Detroit. And you agreed. You was like, oh man, you know, everybody think DC on booty. Right. But DC ain't on booty, I'm gonna clear that up. So when this thing
never like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Go ahead. You cut me off. Go ahead. My
when
bad,
it came to me, I said, oh man, I gotta see if he'll stand on this because we can't go no further. If not, I'm glad you're willing to talk about it. You feel, cause go ahead, man, go ahead. Talk your shit.
I'm saying, man, like I just told you, right? First of all, that's what he said in his paperwork, right? I never performed no homosexual activities on this motherfucker, period, bro. The boy got shot because found out he was a man. That's what the fuck happened. Ain't nobody performed no homosexual activities on him. Just keep it 100, bro. That's
Did you know him from the neighborhood?
Huh? Yeah.
Did you know him from the neighborhood?
He grew up around.
Did you know him from the neighborhood?
He grew up around in the neighborhood. You feel me? So first of all, I never picked him up. Nobody in the car, nobody never picked him up. First of all. So it was four of us. It was four of us on the case, first of all, bro.
I ain't get to read it all. You told me to stop. Okay. Like it's a lot more to be read, but you told me to hold on, so I held on.
Hear me out. No. I'm gonna let you keep going. But what I'm telling you, let's stop right there. You hear him, but I'm telling you, no, not me. Nobody, not me. Me perform homosexual activities on that boy.
Say that again.
I said me didn't perform no homosexual activity, none of that shit on him. I didn't do shit. I shot the nigga.
The nigga said he did it to you on 2 different occasions. You and the nigga that was down there on 2 different occasions.
He never did shit to me. I shot the nigga, bro. I went to jail.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's dig this. You saying you shot the nigga, right? I agree.
I shot him. Right. But you saying what you saying that I mean what he's saying, like, you know, a motherfucker done, you know, fuck that, you know, done some sucker shit. I don't do that, bro. I ain't never fuck with a man. Go.
It says, as Gooding approached the top of the steps, Hawkins asked him to perform the same sex act on him. Gooding refused because he was concerned about missing the bus to Lorton Correctional Facility. Hawkins then asked Reed, Rebels, whoever he is, for a gun, took it and pointed it at Gooding and shot it, but it jammed. He shot it again and shot him in the nose, causing serious damage. So this right here, that's why I said we had to talk about this, because this shit make it seem like that was some sexual deviant shit. Like the motherfucker said that he wouldn't give you no head, or the tranny said they wouldn't give you no head, and you shot him because of that shit. That's what his statement is saying right here. I'm reading his statement like you said, but this is the shit in the appellate court. This is all part of public record. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you saying that you did time for this.
Right.
So you didn't plead. They convicted you. You didn't take a cop. You didn't plead or nothing like that. They convicted you.
And I reached out to him, and then we started talking, and he brought your name up. You know, once your name come up, I'll be like, that's my dude. He was like, man, he fucked me up on the YouTube, but you know, I don't watch none of that shit. So he was like, I didn't know what he was really talking about. Then he was telling me something about, he was asking him about if Frey take something from me. Detroit. That nigga ain't never take nothing. Detroit, I ain't never have nobody take nothing from me. I got to promise you. You get a nigga talking about he took something from me. You got to tell him, hold on, pause. Let me do the three-way right now because I'm about to call Paul right now.
Oh, that nigga's lying, bro. That nigga's lying, man. Like I told you, I didn't go seeking that motherfucker out. That nigga, that's all shit he told me. Frey never took nothing from Poe, man. He said Frey never took nothing from Poe. He said the motherfucker, what's that nigga named? Jerry Antonio was about to pop you, but you beat him in 1-on-1 and went in the pool hall and missed them niggas by seconds. Man, I ain't tell that nigga shit. So for him to say that I said some shit is wild and crazy.
No, he said you asked him. Did Frey? He said you asked him did Frey ever take anything from me? Not that you told him. You was asking him about. Yeah. Not that you told him. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing ill will of you. He didn't call you out your name. Nothing. He was just like, yo, boy, that's your man. And all that. I didn't see what you just said about Antonio and them from Frey. I ain't know none of that.
Yeah, Antonio and Jerry.
Yeah, no, that's Frey people. I knew. I ain't know none of that. I don't know how I missed them, what they was going to do. But, you know, I told you, I always kept my eye on all them DC niggas. So I don't know how I missed them or what they was coming to do and all that, because I used to talk to them. One was out when I was out. I used to holler at them and all that. I knew some chicks that they was fucking and all that. So I don't know, but, you know, he probably knows something I didn't know.
Keep reading, boy. You looking good, man. You looking good.
It ain't about that. It ain't about that.
Go ahead.
Say Hawkins and 3 companions jumped into the rental car, which was parked a few feet away from the steps. Gooding leaned over toward the steps, but Hawkins drove away. Gooding then proceeded to walk away behind the school where other persons came to assist them. Investigating Metro police officers led to the arrest of Hawkins and Reeves. And it said that as you was leaving, Mr. Gooding was saying, why you do that to me, you. Basically, your name. Why you do that to me, you? Why
Shot the motherfucking shit out of him and kicked him down the steps.
How y'all get to the school, though? How did she get from Benning Road to the school?
Think about it.
No, you told me y'all, hold on. Was y'all in the convertible? Was y'all in the blue convertible?
LeBurn, big boy.
Was y'all in the blue convertible?
Yup.
Y'all was?
Yup.
And none of y'all picked her up?
Who? Not me.
Okay, but you were supposed to have been the driver. You wasn't the driver?
Huh?
You wasn't driving?
Yeah.
But you didn't pick her up?
Yup. That was the paperwork say. Yo, I'm going with the paperwork say. So, I mean, what else you say? What do you want to know?
What I want to know is,
what is the whole point?
My whole point is, we discussed that homosexuality shit, and I told you that's something I don't stand on. We discussed rape, and I told you that's something I don't stand on. And from what I'm reading right here, hold on, you asked me what's my whole point, I'm telling you.
Right.
From what I'm reading right here, this shit make you seem like a sexual predator toward men. Don't it?
Sexual predator towards men?
Listen, what that means is, the transsexual refused you sex, and because the transsexual refused to do the same thing that they had just did with another person, because they didn't want to miss the bus to Lorton, you wound up shooting them in the face. Now, you told me you shot him in the face because you found out it was a boy just a little while ago.
Right. That's what happened.
But then you told me you knew the motherfucker from the neighborhood and grew up with him. Everybody knew me. Traci and Puffy was like that. So if you knew from the neighborhood, then you knew it was like that, man. So
Guess what, bro? And guess what? At the end of the day, I ain't fucked that boy. I ain't touched that boy. You feel me? You hear me, young? You hear me?
I hear you, man.
I shot the motherfucker. Whatever went on, that's why I came on here, because I told you do your homework. You feel me? And I'm glad you shot, I'm glad you shot like that. You feel me?
No, we couldn't, ain't no shoot. This is what I'm saying. It's certain shit that I stand on.
Cause I love it.
Certain shit that I stand on, homeboy.
I love this shit, bro. I ain't never in my life fuck no homosexual.
I don't do that. If you a homosexual, you can be that. I don't care about that. That ain't my business. Do whatever you want to do behind the closed doors.
Right.
But rape, sexual predators, motherfucking women and children, that's niggas I don't fuck with. And I have to make sure.
I ain't never been none of them. I killed them all, bro. I don't be no fuck. I don't be no faggots. I don't fuck with no faggots. That's why I shot them. Purr, shawty.
Who's Ray Ray? Who's Ray Ray?
Huh? Who was Ray Ray?
Who was Ray Ray?
Who was that? What was Ray? You tell me it's Ray Ray.
Did somebody try to attack you in court?
In court?
Yeah, did somebody try to attack you in court and get put out?
Never that, short. Wrong man.
Puffy brother didn't try to attack you in court?
Fuck no. I don't even know who the fuck that is, bro.
You probably don't. That's Puffy brother, though. You dig what I'm saying?
I ain't never been attacked in court, bro. You
weren't attacked. They wouldn't let him get to you, but did somebody try? Was there an outburst being in court during that trial?
Hell nah. Hell nah, man. I love this shit. That's why I like you, man. That's why I came at you, man. Finish going on me, man. I love this shit, man.
See, you said I'm going on you. I'm not going on you.
You is going on you.
I'm giving you a chance to stand in this shit. Like I said, the only way we can do
this shit. And I'm staying on this shit, right? Because, like I'm trying to tell you, like I'll take you.
But dig this here, wherever you went, a nigga would have found this shit out, though. You don't think, unless a nigga just thirsty for an interview, a nigga gonna do his research to see who the fuck he is.
And I told you do his research. Your research. Because I told you. Like I told you, I shot a faggy. I told you that shit. I told you I really shot a faggy to grab my fucking dick.
How did Puffy get from Benning Road to the school? You say you kicked them down the steps, so that means y'all was at the school. How did Puffy get from the Benning Road bus stop to the school then?
Bruh. That's what he testified and said, bruh. You feel me? A nigga ain't get shot. I'm agreeing with you what they said in court, bruh. This was what I was trying.
You just told me you kicked them down the steps. You said and kicked them down the steps. So that means you was at the school, right?
This what I'm saying. This what I'm saying, bruh. This what I'm saying. This what I'm saying to you again. This what I'm saying. I'm agreeing to everything you are saying, what was saying in court. What he said to bring me up on trial, for charges. You feel me? And what I'm telling you, right? And I'm going to tell you again. I never fuck with a man. I don't perform in homosexual, shit, period. When he came from up the steps, did the fuck he wanted to do, you feel me? You touched me and asked me if I'm next. No, shot him, kicked him down the goddamn steps. That's it, bro. I don't fuck with no men, nigga. That shit dead, bro. I ain't never.
One of the niggas around you was then. That's what you saying?
What?
One of the niggas around you was then. Right?
Yeah, he did, man. So what you want to say? He did now.
Some ain't adding up, child.
Excuse me. No, you want to know the whole truth? He did.
I mean, you did time for it. Ain't no double jeopardy. You might as well give it to me.
You want to know? You digging? So the nigga who he did it with, he dead, nigga. What's the next one, bro? That's what made it kick it off. Finding out he's a faggy, both of them. So go.
That's what made what kick it off?
Finding out that, the man, because in the neighborhood, He was a fucking goddamn woman. Ain't nobody know he was a man to a nigga, man. You know, I shot him. Because I feel though, I knew
man, you told me you knew him from the neighborhood, man. If you knew him from the neighborhood in the younger days, everybody knew Puffy and Traci was like that. According to y'all,
right, all them niggas faggies, bruh. I shot him, bro.
You didn't know it was a man then. That's what I don't understand. If you knew
the fuck he was. I knew the fuck he was. I knew the fuck he was. I got motherfuckers, my homie around me. I gotta find out. I let him go on, bro. I ain't gonna speak on his dick, what he did.
Why nigga Weaver say that you the one that said, I know somebody named Puffy?
What up, though? Young Goat Head in the building. You already know what it is, man. Quick public service announcement, man. You feel me? In the spirit of the season, man. Happy holidays to all and all who celebrate. But I just wanted to show you a lighter side of Pope. A softer side of Pope. You feel me? I didn't do this for shock value. I did this for the people who love Poe, the people who love the content I come with, and the people who know a softer side of Poe. See, a lot of the time, he was calling me to get someone else's back. You feel me? Just like he called me to get this individual's back. You dig? So you don't know that he had a soft side and a softer side of him that spoke to me about individuals that swore they wouldn't spit on him if he was on fire in real life. But they'll still reach out to him to seek the softer side of Poe when they needed him. And I ain't like that. I ain't respect that. And I needed to show y'all that. So, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that love the content. And salute. Rest in peace, Go Ahead. You feel me? I'm about to run the rest of this motherfucking audio for y'all. Peace out.
Who was a nigga Block? Oh, he said that nigga blocked the shit. Some nigga named Block. He said he told them niggas, hell no, that's my mans. It ain't going down like that. And they supposed to told that nigga to holler at whoever they need to holler at if they wanted to stop the hit.
Block. I don't know. I don't know. Now, I know this nigga just told me, you know, he trying to yeast his story up for his book. See, this is what niggas do, Detroit. Niggas yeast, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying when I say that?
Blow it up, yeah. They trying to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He just told me that. He said, boy, you know, I'm trying to yeast my joint up to sell my book. In my mind, I'm saying, This is what niggas do. Detroit.
My only thing is I can't stand with no sexual predator, Poe. That's my shit. Like, no women, no children, no rapists, no sexual predators. Then, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker transsexual told you no, and you shot the transsexual. What if the transsexual would have said, wait, when you pulled the gun out, I do it? Would the transsexual still got shot, or would you let him do it? That makes it some sexual aggressive behavior, you feel me?
And do you remember, I don't know, I think it was me and you conversating, or maybe I told you these niggas in D.C., this is what they do on the street. Do you remember me telling you that?
Yes.
On sexual shit?
Yes.
I said, these niggas go in the back. I knew some young niggas that can be good. You know, I'm no homo. If you're a good-looking dude, you're a good-looking dude. If you're ugly dude, you're ugly dude. Whatever it is. I knew young niggas that I'm trying to understand, like, nigga, why is you going in the homo's back door? Like, literally, not their back door, but you going through her back door of my house to get your dick sucked. Young, good, fly young niggas, late night, going past Puffy and Traci house. I told you, when I first got to D.C., I met Traci and Puffy, and they looked like females. And I was like, oh, okay, bow-legged and all that. I hollered, and when I got back to my seat in the stadium, the girls that I was with knew them. I said, yo, those are chicks? They were like, yeah. I went right to Traci and said, don't ever speak to me again if you ever see me out. That's when I knew that they was dudes. But then we became cool later because a lot of the girls I fucked with them. You know, they fucked with a lot of real girls. A lot of real girls fucked with them. Yeah, you know, Ray used to take care of them. Get him money for shots and all that. So as we got cool, as we got cool, as I was in D.C., you know, they were like regular people to me. They like, boy, I need a couple $100. I need to go get a breast shot, a booty shot. Yeah, because they had all the real girl.
I agree.
And they didn't want to do nothing with them. So, you know, they if I'm looking out for them, they gonna quickly tell the bitches, man, that's Poe, go ahead, go with him. You good. Easy does it. Got a lot of them. But again, I didn't know the kid Rambo. He definitely just reached out to me. I said, I'm gonna call my man, see what's going on. So whatever you got on YouTube, I think it's affecting him. It's affecting him, making him look crazy. But you got the paperwork.
Po, this nigga gave my number out to like fucking 10 niggas though, word. That's what I'm saying. This nigga got to be retarded or something, man. This nigga get my personal business number. You got my personal line. He got my business line, first of all. He get my business line out to like fucking 10 motherfuckers. They all calling me back to back, sending me text messages. Now I know these motherfuckers ain't got this number, so I ain't picking it up. I start receiving a bunch of messages like, man, this Rambo homeboy, this Big G from DC, this such and such, hit me back ASAP. I'm like, nigga, why the fuck is you passing my number out to all these niggas? Nigga, if I ain't gonna pick it up for you, call the same nigga that got you in touch with me. Nigga, call Taco Montana and tell him you wanna holler at me. Nigga, if I ain't picking up the phone for you. But why the fuck would you give my number to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 motherfuckers thinking they gonna be able to say something or rectify a situation when I don't even know who the fuck they is? You know?
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, and yes, you are. I don't know if it's changed for him, but he was always a little different in the mental. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh.
He was always a little different. He was always a little different. I'm not even, when you said what you said, it triggered something. That he was always a little different, and that's why I say he was a nigga that you put that gun in his hand and send him straight. He go that way, and just keep shooting. Yeah, he was always a little different. I don't know, if it's changed for him or he's got control over it. So yeah, I can see him doing that.
So what you need me to do, Po?
No. I was calling just to get. You gave me clarity. There's nothing for you to do. You ain't just talking or you going off what's being told to you. He don't even know what to tell me to ask you to do. Because what is there to do? I mean, you did what you did. He told you everything was good. He didn't have a problem with it and all that. I don't know why he didn't. So he didn't know that you was gonna dig and find the homosexual stuff.
He didn't feel like it would come past my desk, basically. He thought that it was just gonna be what he said. I got some Alpo stories, I got some Kurt Bone stories. He told me some wonderful stories about you, Kurt Bone, Rayful, Inga, Rich Porter. He telling me a whole bunch of shit, you feel me? But like I said, Po, before I interview anybody, I ask these questions. I tell them I'm gonna look. I don't fuck with this type of nigga, that type of nigga, this type of nigga. I'm gonna look into this shit, and we're gonna talk about it. And then before the interview, I always ask him, is anything off limits? You don't wanna talk about your jacket? You don't wanna talk about your mother? You don't wanna talk about fighting? Whatever it is. Anything off limits? No, ain't nothing off limits, Slim. Ain't nothing off limits, Slim. I'm me. I'm gonna live and die with this. That's what he said to me.
No, I listen. Everything you're saying, you ain't making that up. Only thing I don't take you as a lie. So if you say that's what he said, and then that's the other thing too. What did he tell you about Inga? Because I want to hit. Because he told you something about Inga and Frey. What did he tell you about Inga and Frey?